You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold the Beautiful fans. It's time for our weekly prediction edition. We are going to talk about Hope Logan spinning out and Thomas Forrester playing the hero. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as always, our predictions are based on recent episodes, promos, and official CBS soap spoilers. We have got predictions for Hope and Brooke, for Katie, Poppy, and Bill, for Zende and RJ, for Thomas and Hope, and for Taylor, Brooke, and Ridge. Let's dive right into the good stuff. So our first prediction is that Hope is not going to stop with this Finn thing, and Brooke may be at her wit's end soon. So dig into the spoilers. On Monday, the 9th, Hope tells Brooke that she has control of her crush on Finn. Things are going to be fine, she assures her mom. This is not the first conversation these two have had that went this way. Brooke has told her repeatedly, you can't think about him, you can't do this. And then, of course, Hope went and kissed him. And in Hope's mind, Steffy doesn't deserve him, doesn't understand him, all the kind of rationalizations that people engage in when they are cheating. Only Finn's not engaging in those. It's just Hope. Then by Wednesday, the 11th, spoilers say Taylor warns her daughter Steffy that she cannot trust Hope. And then the next day, on the 12th, Brooke defends Hope as Taylor has some things to say. Brooke is very interested in defending her daughter's honor, but I don't think Taylor thinks Hope has much honor left at this point. And Hope tries to apologize to Steffy on Thursday, but things kind of go off the rails and it's not pleasant. By Friday the 13th, Carter, Steffy, and also Eric are ready to hit Hope with some tough news about Hope for the future. And if she is losing her line, well, that might drive her off the deep end because she will blame Steffy, I am certain, and may circle back around and target Finn, and that is going to make everything harder on Brooke. Things are not going to get better. I think they're going to get worse. All right, our next prediction. I think we're about to have Katie versus Poppy 2.0. You know, Katie hasn't wanted Bill. He's tried to get back with her, and then he got with Poppy, and then all of a sudden Katie's sniffing around. And she was low-key pleased that Poppy was arrested because Katie spearheaded that whole, off-the-books investigation, feeling like Nancy Drew. And now she finds out she was totally wrong. It was Luna. So here's what's next. Spoilers for Monday the 9th. Bill feels guilty about the mess with Poppy and Luna. Liam is there to talk his dad through it. Tuesday the 10th, Bill and Poppy kind of go over what's happened. They wonder where they go from here. Wednesday the 11th, Will Spencer tries to play matchmaker with Bill and Katie, which I'm sure his mom's going to like. And that comes on the 13th. So in the promo, Finn and Lee are debating whether Bill will dump Poppy. Lee thinks he might. She doesn't think things can ever be the same again. But if they try and work it out, I think Katie is going to be an obstacle all over again. There's a scene in the promo with Poppy at Bill's place. She looks a little stressed out. Things may be dire. And with Will cheerleading this, and it looks like Liam might be in on it as well, I think we're going to have these two fighting over Dollar Bill, which he'll probably love. All right, our third prediction, Zende and RJ bond over this shared trauma and gaslighting and trickery that Luna pulled on both of them. So the only official spoiler I have for next week about Zende is that he is back, and I'm sure he is part of the Forrester shindig, which spoilers say kicks off on Tuesday the 10th when the Forrester family gets together and celebrates Steffy surviving this awful ordeal and being back home safe. And I'm just guessing RJ's there too, because it's his sister that his lunatic girlfriend kidnapped. And RJ and Zende should find out pretty soon that Luna lied about being drugged and deliberately got in bed with Zende. So those two guys may actually commiserate over what's been done to them because they were set up for this rivalry. And when they find out they were both being played joined by Luna, it seems like any angst between them should be put to bed and they should be able to move forward as cousins. The fourth prediction I have for you, Thomas Forrester comes back to save Hope for the future. I feel like that may happen. So first of all, Thomas either has to come back soon or CBS ought to give fans a reason for why Matt Atkinson has been MIA for so long. Maybe it is at the actor's request because his wife is pregnant. They're expecting their baby very soon. If so, no big deal. If they quietly wrote him off, that is a big deal. I tend to think he's not gone for good because they just recast Thomas's mom, Taylor, with Rebecca Budig. So however they pull people in and out, Bold does what it wants. So this week on Friday the 13th is when Eric, Steffy, and Carter are ready to, looks like, cut Hope for the Future because it's just not performing well. And I just wonder if Thomas may come back to bail her out, even though he's engaged to Paris and his mom, Taylor, reported to Ridge that they are happily in love. They're a nice little family with Douglas. Everything is going well. But the bottom line is, Thomas doesn't wish Hope any ill will. He wanted her to accept his ring. She just couldn't. But he's not angry. I think, he was uncomfortable when she was begging him to dump Paris and get back with her. But I do think he's the kind of guy who would come through for Hope in a scrape. But if he does return, Paris would come back with him. We're still waiting on their wedding. So it's hard to say because if he does save Hope for the Future, that means he would continue to work on the line and that would be very complicated. But I'm looking forward to his return and how it twists everything up. Our fifth and final prediction, I think Taylor may go to work on Ridge and it may really irritate Brooke. Now, I'm not talking about Taylor going to work on Ridge as in break up with Brooke and get back with me. I think this is strictly going to be about their daughter and Brooke's daughter on Monday the 9th. Spoilers, of course, say that Hope assures Brooke, this Finn thing is over. First of all, it's not. Second of all, she went way too far kissing him and it's just so messy. And even Finn, basically acknowledged what I had said before on the video. And some people got mad at me in the comments that kiss with Hope was a catalyst that did set things up for Steffy to wind up kidnapped. Now, Hope didn't know that. It's not like she wanted her kidnapped, but it placed her in the right place to see something that wound up. If Hope hadn't done what she had done, Steffy wouldn't have been there. Now, granted, that might have let Luna get away with murder, but nonetheless, Steffy wouldn't have been in that cage. So on Wednesday, the 11th, Taylor warns Steffy she can't trust Hope. On Thursday, the 12th, Taylor comes at Brooke about Hope, basically saying your daughter learned how to wreck marriages from you. And Hope tries to apologize to Steffy. It's going to be a fail. And we also have Steffy saying to Hope that I'm not going to let you turn into your mother. So there's just all this drama. And I do think that Taylor is going to get Ridge worked up about the fact that, and he was already worked up, but more worked up about the fact that Hope is trying to ruin their daughter's marriage. And Ridge had come down on Brooke about some of this behavior. He's come down on Hope. Brooke keeps defending her, but if Hope's antics continue, this could be a big sticking point between Brooke and Ridge. Thank you guys so much for listening. Drop your comments on where you hope these storylines are going. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking bold with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.